we close, I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to each of you taking part in this transformative journey. Today, we've explored strategies, shared innovative ideas, and reaffirmed our commitment to driving change. To our incredible speakers, thank you for your insights and vision. We have identified what can be done and seen firsthand what is already being achieved by organizations, partners, and leaders like you. It is clear that turning action into impact is not just an idea, it's happening. We are transforming the network. As we reflect on today's conversations, it's worth noting that the world of business is vastly different from what it was when we launched the Action for Impact Summit 4 years ago. 4 years ago, corporate America was grappling with a myriad of changes and challenges, many shaping the business landscape and discussions around equity and inclusion. The onset of the pandemic forced a radical transformation in how companies operated. Remote work became the norm, and overnight, we were highlighting issues such as workplace flexibility and employee well-being. The killing of George Floyd in May 2020 sparked widespread protests and the resurgence of the Black Lives Matter movement. This had a profound impact on corporate America, with many corporations launching new diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives and pledging to invest in marginalized communities. Many companies started integrating ESG goals into their corporate strategies, realizing that long-term success depends on aligning with broader societal values. Gender equality in the workplace was a growing conversation, with movements like Me Too continuing to shed light on the challenges women face in corporate America. While there was momentum toward advancing women into leadership roles, the pandemic disproportionately affected women, particularly women of color, with many leaving the workforce due to industry shifts and the increased burden of caregiving. And the rapid shift to remote work forced companies to rethink their approach to office culture, technology, and employee engagement. The word belonging started to come up. By late 2020, the debate over whether remote work would become permanent was already in full swing, with companies considering hybrid work models and the future. These events catalyzed many of the changes and conversations in corporate America that still resonate today, particularly around diversity and inclusion, the future of work, and belonging. And since then, we have made significant strides. Our mission remains steadfast. We are striving for a more equitable world for all women in business, across all backgrounds, industries, and nations. And we will not stop until that vision becomes a reality. Yet, that can only be accomplished together. Collaboration is at the heart of everything we do here at Women Business Collaborative. And today's event has been a powerful testament to the strength and unity that purpose can bring. To our speakers and the countless partners who make WBC the dynamic force that it is, thank you. And in particular, I'd like to thank our incredible sponsors who made today happen. And finally, to the WBC board and staff that make every day happen, we are truly faster together. Together, we are not just a community, we are a movement. And it is through collective action we will create lasting impact. As demonstrated by our esteemed recipients of the 2024 CEO Excellence in Gender Equity and Diversity Awards and the WBC Trailblazer in Gender and Equity Award winners, Priscilla Sims Brown, Priscilla Almovedar, Judy Marks, Vernay Myers, Her Excellency Dr. Ngozo Okonjo-Iweala, Lucy Sanders, and Charles Johnson. Each of us has the power to leave a legacy for change wherever we go. I personally feel inspired and motivated by what I've learned today, and I hope you do as well. Every one of us has the power to change the future for women leaders through collaboration, advocacy, action, and accountability. Our commitment is unwavering, and we will not rest until we see the change we seek. Coming out of today's event, I hope you're able to read the CEO report, appreciate the progress we are making together, and keep pushing forward. Together, we can achieve equal position, pay, and power. Thank you again, and let's go drive impact.
Thank you for attending this Superior Women Business Collaborative Summit, which is empowering growth. There's never been a more important time for the Women Business Collaborative and for you. We build together as we elevate and celebrate all of the women with our male allies. Thank you to our board. Congratulations to the honorees, to Gwen Young and the WBC team. Gratitude. And to each of you, we say reach out and touch, build the momentum, look at sustained growth, and join with us. It is time for action, for impact, and for sharing results.
Spending money with women-owned businesses is a great way to make impact. When shopping for products and services, research to see which ones are women-owned. Not only does shopping support women, it helps the broader community, as more than 10 million workers in the U.S. are employed by women-owned businesses.
Hi, this is Hope Johnson. I'm board member and treasurer of WBC, and I just want to congratulate WBC and all its participants, sponsors, and members, and champions as well for this significant 5-year milestone. My challenge to everyone to make sure that we can see a 35% of leadership positions held by women, with at least 15% being women of color, is to make sure that we are driving representation in our organizations. We should be looking at the data, we should be following those numbers, and we should be asking questions. We should make sure that there are formal programs in place to manage pipeline and career development for all women. And importantly, we need to make sure we create access to opportunities. We have to make sure whether these are leadership opportunities to give us exposure or they're just growth opportunities, that we're providing that access for all our women. And then importantly, something that has made a big difference for me is making sure that we have effective mentorship and, most importantly, sponsorship programs to help women achieve their full potential. I think we can do it all together as a movement and as a team, and I'm really looking forward to how I can personally contribute to achieving these goals.
Today's journey is both a groundswell and grassroots, and I'm advocating powerful convening. Powerful convening will ignite our charge, will accelerate, and will elevate our relationships. It'll give us that opportunity to celebrate and amplify together. Remember, powerful convening is a superpower.
Only 2% of capital allocated to women entrepreneurs is our call to action. It's time for women to get in the capital game, whether as a woman entrepreneur ready to grow and scale her business, or as an investor interested in scaling with women entrepreneurs and their innovative ideas. Women Business Collaborative is all about making a change for education and for creating networks for women entrepreneurs. Through our Women's Capital Summit, we provide the resources required for women to understand various types of capital and to make the connections that they need in order to be successful.
To grow average revenues for minority women-owned firms by 25% by the year 2025, we must leverage the power of our numbers and continue to lift as we climb. At this very moment, we are witnessing the impact of women banding together and supporting our own to make change. Despite threats and attacks on initiatives like the Fearless Fund Strivers Grants, we must continue to identify and accelerate investment and support of these firms. As WC members have proven time and time again, we are faster together.
Congratulations to WBC on celebrating their 5th anniversary. Incredible work that we've achieved in the past 5 years, and hopefully much more to come. What I think we can do in order to achieve our goals for women over the next couple of years, getting us to our 2025 objectives, is really start to come together continue to drive and support each other, normalize the success and potential for women, and really show rather than tell people about the importance of representation in business for driving bottom line returns.
At Women Business Collaborative, we want to see 30% of board seats held by women and 10% by women of color. We work with over 20 organizations to track and analyze the extent of women board membership, the pipeline of new talent available, and also to celebrate boards who are really leading the way. We know that we can't wait decades to see progress in this area, and we're committed to partnering and collaborating to drive difference.
The 5 years that WBC has been in existence has been consequential for equal position pay and power for women in business. Let's aim high and accelerate this in the next 5 years ahead.
My name is Kip Wright, and I'm proud to serve as a board member for the WBC. As we celebrate our 5-year anniversary, it's a good time to reflect on achieving our long-term objectives. One of those objectives is achieving meaningful representation for women in leadership roles, notably 30% of boards and 35% of C-suite positions by 2025. If we're going to make this happen, we need to make a concerted effort not only to ensure organizations recruit and evaluate a more diverse slate of candidates, but also that they institute meaningful succession planning that develops the next generation of women leaders. Let's make this happen.
Hi, I'm Sharon Reynolds, President and CEO of Devmar Manufacturing, headquartered in Nashville, Tennessee. To successfully launch more women-led manufacturing businesses, we need strong mentorship, access to capital, and targeted training programs. Invest in women-owned manufacturing. Empower the future.
For years, I've taken the counsel to support others, and I reach out to 10 women a day, even to find out how they're doing or to build connections. Because whether it's a young person or a senior woman going for a board position or an entrepreneur who wants to tell their story of purpose and give back, reach out, make connections, and if every one of us does it, as far as women uplifting, so challenge you to reach out with me and to share the impact we're making. It's time to say we're all about results and impact. The stories are amazing. Our energy, our passion, our deliberate actions to make certain that we're uplifting others and we're looking at the scaling of their business, the nominations of the C-suite upward, and the support of one another is fundamental to a good life.